yeah, yeah, yeah. Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade, flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark dancing in her brain. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a puzzle where the truth unlocks. Every step forward, another tick-tock. She sees what they miss, the cracks in disguise. She's got the angle, she's got the prize. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with her fresh new eyes. Zoom in the frame, enhance the grain, pieces come together in a mental terrain. Voices in the silence, they call her name. Kiki's on the case, rewriting the game. Yeah. Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade, flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark dancing in her brain. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a
breaking down cases, wonder what the case is. 2025, got the game in the mazes. Thinking of a time when we all got blazed and we didn't even think about the game being racist. True crime, every day I don't face it, but Kiki 25, baby in the basement. Case after case, she just gotta keep chasing. Taking over the world, she gon' be the one they name it. Kiki 25, the true crime, she gon' solve the world, she gon' change the world, and then she'll be yours. Kiki 25, the true crime, she gon' solve the world, she gon' change the world, and then she'll be yours. Every time she think about it, she be going crazy. Everything she ever dreamed about was always hazy. Taking time to go around the world and never faze me.
How's it going? Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for being here, Memo. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you so much. We set it to subscribers only, guys. I am trying to get more subscribers to hit that 1,000 mark. So we're subscribers only for about 10 minutes because first off, do you guys want the stuff I've been holding back on, or do you want to just start with the show and save the other for the end? Oh, Teresa, yes, I did, Kiki. I missed the live. Oh, is that a wedding dress? Oh, okay, Teresa. I'll make sure. Just email me one more time. Make sure I have your email so that way I can reply and get you a code for that, baby. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you, guys. Let's go up and say hello to everybody. Let's see. Hit a 1, guys, if you want if you want to know some secretive stuff. Hit a 2 if you just want to go with the flow. I've got some funnies too today if I have time. If not, that'll be for another show. Hey, Chuchi, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a mod, honey. Hello, Memal. Thank you for being a member. TJ, thank you for being a mod. Thank you. Yeah, be careful driving. Lord have mercy. You can just listen if you need to. Thank you, Kathy Gordon, for being a mod and being here today. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for being a mod and being here, honey. Let's see here. Hey, Grace Paris. Grace Paris don't even know what I'm coming out with today, I don't think. Let's see here. Hello, Teresa, again. Thank you for being a member, honey. Let's see. Hey, Cinderella. Thank you for being here, dear. Let's go on down. I just want to say my hellos first. Got to get in the rhythm of everything again after the weekend. I wanted to go live on Saturday, and I didn't have enough time to. Been doing closets. Hello, Lisa King. Thank you for being here, dear. Let's go on down. Y'all been chatting. 1111111. All right. Hey, Michelle Valley Girl. Thank you guys for being here. Hit that like button. Subscribe, please. If you don't mind, I'm not going to play. I'm going to go ahead and do my Fair Use Act, but we're not going to play this creator. I'm just going to play it from my phone and let you guys hear what I hear. But we're going to start with Mob Crew first because it all ties into what I've got to say. At times, this channel may make use of copyright material in accordance with the Fair Use Act. The Fair Use Act is a doctrine in the United States copyright law that allows limited use of copyright material without requiring permission from the rights holders under Section 107 Copyright Act of 1976, which states allowance is made for the fair use of copyrighted material for purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, education, teaching, and or scholarship. It provides for legal non-licensed citation and incorporation of copyrighted material by others, which might be infringed on under other circumstances. Okay, so we have the Fair Use Act. We have also, we can speak our minds and our opinions on here because that's our First Amendment to do so, right? Okay, this is getting at something, guys. Please do not contact anyone, follow anyone, or their jobs, or anything mentioned today in this live. This channel is speculations, discussions, and opinions only, not facts. And that's why I do these disclaimers, because what I state is not facts, always, okay, unless I have a receipt for them. Hey, Paige Turner, thank you for being here, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get going. First off, and I think Grace knows where I'm going with this. You might get snarky kiki today, but I think it's quite funny that somebody, hey, Bluegrass Meadows, thank you for being here, dear. What's so funny about this is there's a certain creator out there that is doing the law thing, getting restraining orders and such. Okay. And I just heard this. I never listened to this creator or whatever, but I was listening for whatever reason the other day, and she said that the judge took a break, and she said not a break. It was for 2 hours, and they have to come back a different day. Well, and you can ask Grace this, from our experience when I was younger, and Grace working for a judicial judge. Okay, I'm not talking about the smaller judges. I'm talking about the ones that get criminals, not the small civil things. Okay, the funny thing is, guys, me and my mom would show up at the courthouse. Hey, Dan. And we'd walk in because this judge that we knew wanted to have lunch with us to discuss some cases and such things. Okay. We walked in the courtroom. He saw us walking in the courtroom, and I'm not saying that we're privileged or anything, but actually we were. And he would say, time for dismissal. We'll come back in a couple hours. His butt wanted to go to lunch. He wanted to go to lunch, okay? It don't matter what time. They didn't do it for a flipping somebody to use the courtroom. Okay. He wanted to go to lunch. We went back in the judge's chambers. He took his robe off, put it in the closet. Okay. Took a shot of something, not shot. I'm talking drink. Okay. We went to lunch. And guess what? If he wanted to come back in 3 hours, guess what? That's when he came. They call that. Okay. They do that. And if they don't want to fool with your honey in the rest of the day, then they say, come back. So, no, it wasn't anything else that was important that they had to get to. He probably just didn't want to fool with your honey. Okay? And he wanted to go to lunch. So, now that that's under, I see some laughing out loud. Yeah. Judges, I mean, they don't, oh my God. Anyways, yeah, Memo, thank you for gifting the membership. Whoever got the membership that Memo gave, please say thank you to her, because she, since day one, has helped my channel grow, and I appreciate that, Memo. Okay, secondly, let's watch the Mob Crew, because I didn't know Kiki was going to tell this. I think that, in my opinion, you hear that, Straight Talker? Do you hear that? Straight Talker has been blowing up my comment section, guys. I'm going to show you something. I'm spilling all the beans. Evidently, we know people in high places. They stopped court for us to go eat lunch. So, yeah, that's a real judge. No, not one that can perform weddings, okay? Anyways, we'll just say that. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can pull this up. Where am I looking for? What am I looking for? Where was I even going? Lord have mercy. See, I can't even think. Okay, right here. This. All right. Hang on, guys. Let me get it on screen. I got to pause it. Got to get it where I need it. And it's my own. It is my own video from the other day. That, well, Lord, there's two of me. Well, what if? Okay, we were talking about what if things happen. Hey, Kelly, thank you. Come on in, honey. Thank you. Hey, Sandy, thank you for being here. Grace, the question is, did he pay for the meal? Yes, he did. At a nice place. Kathy, yes. We attended a lot of things. And yeah, I mean, I guess if you got it, you got it. I don't know. If you don't, you have to pay judges, allegedly, to to do work for you. Anyways, I need to shut up, don't I? Do I need to shut up, Grace? Anyways, let's go here, guys. I'm going to show you this. Well, good grief. What did I do? I'm hitting buttons, TJ. Okay, we're going to go down here. I'm going to go down to my comments. Let's see here, guys. You ready? You ready? You might hear some singing in the background because there's people here. Anyways, can y'all see this? I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. Hit a 1 in chat if you can see that. Or if I need to pull it up bigger, I can pull it up bigger if I need to. Ever since day one I came on here, Straight Talker has been giving me flack. Okay? It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. But here's what they have to say about this video when I was talking about CPS, okay? And schools. That, we think Sebastian could possibly be in a school. Something may have happened. And I was actually given KP grace on this one, because I was actually saying What? Grace, why are you saying what? I was given KP grace on this one, actually, because what I was stating was not fact. And I said, in my opinion, okay, I was saying that what if, what if she was frustrated? What if, she needed help with him? I was actually giving her grace. This isn't a creator. They are a sub in the dark side. And I'll just say that. And the channel that they sub up to has actually been coming at Mob Crew pretty hard. So between me and Mob Crew, they're giving us flack. I'll just say that. And I'm going to read this. You can say you're not accusing anyone while you are, I guess, laugh out loud. So they're a little smart alecky, but guess what? Kiki can be really smart alecky because you are one-sided. Pretty much, because Seth was at work and KP was at home with him, and I believe she knows what happened regardless. I don't state anything as fact to what happened, first off. It's more than obvious what you're insinuating with his dad in the chat, just saying. So Seth was in my chat that day. But do you know even saying, in my opinion, doesn't help if it's defamation? Should anyone pursue it? Not a threat, because I'm sure Chris and Katie don't care what you think, just a FYI. I'm sorry, guys, but this is my channel. Hey, Brown Eyes. Hey, Mama, or Mama. This is my opinion. I state that clearly, and I have a right to do so. Okay? I have a right to do so. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. And I will state in my opinion, okay? As always. But you don't threaten me. And I told them, it's opinions. Why come on YouTube if you can't have opinions? And I don't take threats lightly. Guess they would have to go after a lot of people. I'm going down every avenue and not insinuating nothing. Meaning, could KP have gotten fed up? Because we do as parents sometimes, meaning overwhelmed and needed Sebastian to go to a home to help her until he had gotten older. So why so defensive when I'm trying to actually see it from all sides? Tell CP if he wants to come on panel, or you, Straight Talker, or anyone to do with this case. If you want to come on panel and send receipts with the allegations that others have said, then bring it. I said, then come on. But I said, bring it. Liberty, thank you, Liberty, says defamation my left foot. Okay, and she says GL with that one Patty. I don't know what she meant by that, but I love Liberty. She's hilarious. We have the First Amendment in this country. If you don't like that freedom, I suggest you get out of this country. The day you will ever stop people from using common sense and logic and noticing all the lies told by a couple of people will be a cold day and you know where. You will never force anybody to willfully stupid because you guilt them and say so. People have opinions and will never change that. You will never stop that. So, just my opinion. Hey, Nanette, I wanted to say that. So, Straight Talker has been giving me a fit. This other creator has been giving Mob a fit. So, that's when, in my opinion, I think we're kind of maybe on target. What you think? And Straight Talker's a sub here. So I know she, he, whoever is going to say that. They hide. Yeah, they hide. And they want to throw little jabs and snidbits out there, but they don't want to bring it on panel because they can't. They don't have receipts for what they say, so they can't. So anyways, I got to pull this back up. I'm going to pull up Mob Crew's video. It's very interesting. They have been laughing about him doing the 3 a.m. car so much. Let me see if I can find this. Okay. And allegedly, well, he brought it up on his YouTube channel that fishy sticks and Krabby Cakes have been posting some things, I guess, over on X against him, calling him names and all kinds of stuff, I guess. But trying to debunk the car situation, which everybody's seen a car sitting there, right? In my opinion. And Mob is just trying to help a missing child, just like half of us are. But half of us are trying to disrupt what the creator's doing because they're trying to get to the bottom of things, right? I'm going to pause this and then come over and bring it on the screen. Okay, here we go. Well, I thought it was, hang on, Chris, don't talk yet. Anyways, here we go. Pulling it up, okay? And this was very interesting because he was talking about the 3 a.m. car. And please, if you haven't, go sub up to Mob Crew. He does very good on his channel. And he's working with people behind the scenes and locals and such. And he's really, really helping with Sebastian's case, I think. So are a lot of others, you know. There's only a handful of us now that talk about Sebastian. And so let's listen to this, and I'll fast forward through some parts because I don't want to play his whole thing. But, you know, if you guys get a chance, go over and watch this one because this was a very good live. Here you go.
But again, as time goes on, I don't know why you would keep those details, why you wouldn't release those to the public and let the public help. But
oh, Miss Sharon gifted a membership. Okay, guys, hang on. We're going to play the beaver. I've got a new video for Super Chats, but I didn't get it downloaded, and it's super cute with a lot of animals and stuff. So let me find the video, and we're going to play it for Memo and Sharon. I'm sorry, Memo. I did not forget you. I just was wanting to get into things really quick, and I forgot. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hang on. Let me find the video. I got so much. Okay, here we go. Thank you for this gifted memberships, guys.
Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Kiki 2025, true crime on this channel. You will see everything true crime, from podcast to cases to podcast. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime.
And there was Miss Grace welcoming all the sleuthers in. I'm kidding, Grace. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's play this. Here we go.
they started with the whole garbage truck light thing, which means that they're trying to say that this happened around 5 a.m. and not 3 a.m. and they just buried themselves. And so, along with that, and I've been trying to get them to, talk about this 3 a.m. car. And then on top of all that, we have, this screenshot, which actually I have the video of, which I'll play here in a second, of Crispy. And when this came out, when I got this, the individual was pretty much, they were about 100% sure it was Crispy. And, I only had the one screenshot at the time. And of course, they're looking away. But, we could tell it looked like the beard and stuff. But now I do have the video, and you can definitely tell it's 300% Crispy. And on top of that, it's in a midsize sedan. It's a Nissan Altima, which also makes that very interesting. So there's kind of two parts to this alive, is the fact that, what's Crispy doing with this?
Which also allegedly, do y'all hear that? Word on the streets going around that a family member owns a Altima. I don't know if it's this Altima, but allegedly they own one. Okay? Keep that in mind.
Vehicle that has temporary tags, by the way. At the latest, it's a 2017. I think it's somewhere between a 2015, 2017 model. And if they did get a new vehicle, he's got a 2021 truck. You would think they would have like the latest and greatest. Why are they, getting a 2017? Did he borrow this car? Does this car belong to him? So many questions. And why is he driving this car in the first place? Why not the truck? Why not the SUV, which he has been seen driving in before? And where are they going? Where's he going? All that stuff. So many questions. But let me hear. Okay. Oh, I got the video here in a second. But as you know, and
Okay, I'm going to pause right here because I've got something for y'all. Actually, I'll let it play through what he's describing about fishy sticks. Okay? But allegedly, this other creator that also has Straight Talker as a sub. Okay, I get where they're getting at, because Fishy Sticks is a mod for her, and she said it herself. But when she stated it, she said his name was Blank Screen. Are y'all ready? She said his name was Blank Screen. But yet, Blank Screen isn't in the chat. Here's Snarky Kiki. Y'all ready? Grab your Takis. Yeah. Popcorn Takis, whatever you choose. Okay? The most hated troll was in the chat. So, a PI is in the Dark Side's chat. Okay? And allegedly, I'm saying alleged again, he has two different names he's going by to go snoop in all our channels. Well, Fishy Sticks, honey, if you are here, please, I want to say hi to you. Okay, first off, you're not a very good PI if you're going around getting and people calling out your names in the chats. Okay, so funny. so funny to me. If you're a PI, you're actually not gonna have your channels or whatever calling your names out, right? So here we go. Brown eyes, I'm sorry you got a headache, baby. I'll pray for you that you feel better. But listen to what Mom has to say.
We'll kind of go over this a little bit, but the theory about uh, kind of my latest theory of the 3AM car and how it, originally thought it was the silver sedan, but now I am, in my opinion, my theory, I'm like 90% sure, I'd say almost 99% sure that the silver sedan itself was not involved. I believe it was a Scout. I mean, technically involved, but not the one that actually was seen on the camera. But then also I went over who subject 1 and 2 are, because based on the clips and going over them for so long, and one of the arguments is that if this car did just come off of Stafford into Kellen, then those lights were already moving before the car turned onto Stafford. So that means subject 1 and 2 in this theory were already there before the car came and did all that. So that means, you got KK, and then, in my opinion, I think Carly. But I'm not going to read it because every other word is the F word. It's just truly pathetic.
Now the last video Mob did, which was, I think it was last night, he was talking about how they are trying to debunk his theory, and say that the video that he done on the 3AM lights, that the camera is facing toward the left more, and that the house was up on the hill, and the whole trash truck lights and stuff. They are also saying that it was a man that was, like, I think in his 60s or 70s, going down a steep hill taking his garbage with a flashlight. That's what they're trying to say now. Okay. And that was based off of I think it was Clue and Cletus and whatever, when they went out there and did their investigation on the light video. Okay. So let me find all this. But to bring receipts to you guys, I want to bring receipts. Okay. I'm not going to play this creator on the screen, but I am going to play from my phone, and y'all can probably guess who it is. I don't know, but she was reviewing Betty, okay, and saying that anyone around Betty and anyone around Lady Freedom, she was calling Lady Freedom Betty 2.0, okay, which is crazy. They're very, Lady Freedom has been a great friend to me. Okay. But just so that y'all hear it correctly, she's going to say that Blank Screen sent her Betty's video. Okay. And she's going to say that scrupulous, I can't say it right. Y'all going to laugh at me. PI is her mod. Okay. Here you go. Y'all can laugh at me for saying that word wrong, okay? I will allow that.
Bullied people into silence on these platforms for the Proudfoots, and we are ones that went to jail because of these pieces of shit, to make sure that this story stays alive.
Language.
And
Betty's
I'm not really
fired
going to
up.
hold back too much when it comes to the Proudfoots. I think they're pieces of shit. I think Katie Proudfoot killed her son. I think she murdered her son.
And just so you know, that's Betty's opinion, okay? That's not my opinion just because I play something. I got to go back because I accidentally hit the wrong button again. Really? Paige says Blank Screen has been emailing people asking for money for meds. Someone put a short out about it and showed the emails. Really?
Use people to.
Okay. Gonna pull it up. Wow. Thank you, Paige, for letting me know that.
Take the stink off them, so to speak, and it hasn't been working because they've surrounded themselves with other predators. They've surrounded themselves with drug addicts, disgusting,
This is Betty's
violent
opinion,
individuals
guys.
that aren't doing anything to
Thank
help.
you,
As a
Paige.
matter of fact, all they're doing is taking away from them, trying to cover up what they have done, trying to shame and use
Well, hang on,
hate
guys. I
channels
think I
to
went too
beat
far.
up and
There we go.
bully people into silence on these platforms for the Proudfoots. And we are ones that went to jail because of these pieces of shit to make sure that this story stays alive.
Betty cracks
And
me up.
I'm not really going to hold back too much when it comes to the Proudfoots. I think they're pieces of shit. I think Katie Proudfoot killed her son. I think she murdered her son. And I have a right to say that. That is my opinion. It's based upon a lot of things.
That's her opinion.
So she wants to sit there and say all these things about Katie with absolute zero proof, having an RO against her already.
I'm
How
just letting
much
y'all
more
hear
foul can you get, Betty?
about the mod thing. That's all I want
What's
y'all
it
to
going
hear.
to take for you to shut this shit up and shut it down? Yeah, some great child advocate. Hey, Candy Kitten. Good to see you.
Hey,
House and
Leslie.
never walked out. And since then, her and her piece of shit husband has been acting crazy. And then you look at the people that they've brought into their world.
Who's been acting crazy? Definitely not Chris and Katie. And who does Seth Rogers have around him? People like you, Betty. People like Betty 2.0 at Night Fake Media Intelligence Group. You've got a lot of room to talk.
Help them find their son, and they're garbage. They're pieces of shit. Every last one of them are pieces of shit.
We feel the same way about you and your buddies. Every last one of you are pieces of shit.
Even that unscrupulous bullshit PI. So,
that scrupulous bullshit PI that she claims is none other than my mod Blank Screen. Shady.
So, do y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? None other than my mod. Blank Screen. Scrupulous PI. I can't say the words, so I know everybody's going to laugh about that, but I don't care. But yeah. Yep. If that's the person she's talking about, and I'm just saying if that's who she's talking about, because that's who Betty's talking about, okay, then she just came out and said it right there, in my opinion. Okay, here we go. So here's the flack that Mob Crew is getting for his videos. Okay, tired of fooling with these people.
I'll leave it up there so you can see it for a minute. But he went off. This is not the first time. Apparently, he went off. I don't know, like 3 months ago or something. Something similar that was like a novel that I can't read. He's just regurgitating the same thing. But he said I got a talented brain, which is great. I appreciate that. So he puts out some diagrams. Now, these are really important. And again, if you don't know who Crabtree is, I don't want to get too personal, but he's a local, and he was covering the case. He had a YouTube channel. Is the channel still up? I'm not sure. I thought I heard somebody mention that his channel, he took his channel down, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So he first points this out. So the same house that that Sebastian was found hiding under a car, and because if you remember, that was an incident before Sebastian went.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward this part because I think it was told, crab ripples. I think it was told that it wasn't Sebastian that was hiding under the car. Anyways, going to play a little more of this. And this is where they were trying to disprove Mob's theory. But one thing Mob is very good at that I've seen is directions, maps, views, the degrees and angles of cameras and such. And for them to try to disprove him, he is very smart cookie. I will say that.
That's true. Then you can see that they're clearly trying to make up another lie. But anyway, that we'll focus on the other part. Miriam, yeah, usually I don't give, again, I don't do the drama stuff. You'll see why I'm getting into this, Miriam. It's what he says in his diagrams that are really interesting. This is where it gets really, so here he posted a video, and I'm sure this was taken when they went out there. And I spoke with Crabtree. For those that have been with me a while, know that Crabtree was going to go out there, and he actually did. He did measurements, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. And he spoke to the homeowner. I mentioned this time and time again on multiple occasions. And I believe, I could be wrong unless he went there. I know he went out there multiple times, but this is just before Fish Sticks came along. Once Fish Sticks like fully inserted himself into the case, then Crabtree flipped. But anyway, here's him showing a video, and on the right is his diagram here, right? And I've debunked all of this so many times. It gets old, but it's what he says in this that's very interesting. But as you can see here, what he's trying to do with the camera is he's trying to show the angle.
Hey, Cooper, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. What we're watching, and you're in Mob. I see you in the chat. Oh, thank you, DJ. We are going to have to play the Beaver Boy. DJ says he's the Beaver. But, Cooper, we're going over a little mock proofs from the other day where they're trying to bully him, making him, in my opinion, bullying him over his 3 a.m. lights, which I think is very relevant, or they wouldn't be so butthurt over it. But that's what we're going over, honey. Thank you, DJ. Here we go. Let's play our song.
Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Kiki 2020 found true crime on this channel. You will see everything true crime, from podcast to cases to podcast. True crime. True crime. True crime.
Thank you for being a member, DJ, for 2 whole months. Sebastian Rogers. Let's get justice. Yes. Krista's the best and only wants for Sebastian to be found. I agree. And I'm trying my best, Cooper, and doing everything I can do. Anytime I get anything that I think is relevant, because I try not to drive other creators crazy, and he's a big creator. He knows his stuff. So I send him emails and things, and when we talk some. So, there's a lot of people that work together behind the scenes and stuff. And I hope anything I've sent him, I do have awesome moderators. I really do. And I want to do a mods giveaway one day. Yeah, I want to give a giveaway to my mods one day also. I always try to give back everything that's put in, guys. Any super chats, any memberships, gifting memberships. I do a drawing once a month so that you guys can get a gift card back. Okay, here you go.
Of it towards the house, right? So he's trying to make it seem like, oh, well, this camera, because of where it's pointing, it can't see the full driveway, right? But there's things that are called wide lens, and this camera is a wide angle lens. But notice his diagram. Pretty similar to the one that Fish Sticks put out over a year ago, which they talked about the field of view, which was supposed to be like 70 to 75. This camera, again, we have the dimensions, the model, make and model, and everything. It can get up anywhere from 70 to 80, 85. I think you could get out of it. And that's really important because they're trying to show that you can only see only a quarter of the driveway or half of the driveway, and the camera's pointed at the neighbor's home. Because why have a camera looking at your garage or your parking space, and why not have your camera focused on the neighbor, right? That camera is there for their boat and their vehicles. So that's why it's so stupid. But so now he put out another diagram, and we'll get into what he says here, because this is where it gets very interesting, because we learned something new that I didn't never know before. But let's just go stick with the angles now, and then.
And I think this is very important, and that it needs to be brought out on several channels, that Chris Mobs shows that Krabby Cakes let it out that, evidently there is a car, because they've never acknowledged that there was a car there until 2 years later, right now, whether it was a mistake, because they've never said anything about a car. So I'm kind of laughing out loud about that one.
And we'll go over what he's written in this, because this is where it gets really interesting. So you can see the angle, and he's trying to say it has a 75-degree field of view, which this camera can go up to, like, I think it says up to 90 field of view, but it just kind of depends. So I would say it's a soft 80 to 85, but it doesn't even really matter, because we know what we can see. But so he says, I can't explain this enough for someone stupid and full of shit. That morning, this man took his trash to the road, who normally does it at night before. He forgot to get out his phone. Oh, wait. Who normally does it at night before. He forgot to get before he forgot. It was supposed to be a period here. Okay. Got his phone light and walked up the driveway and back down. So, for those that haven't been keeping up to date, remember for the longest time it was a garbage truck. So this is where you start digging yourself a hole and you start creating all these lies, and then they start interfering with each other and contradicting each other. So remember, it was a garbage truck that was up in this on this street before that was the lights moving, but again, headlights don't split off, right? So that's stupid. Then eventually, after a year later, of course, and it was interesting that they did this after when I did my, the first original 3 a.m. video, which really took off and garnered a lot of attention from a lot of people. And of course, this was around the time that Fish Sticks came along. This is before the 1-year anniversary. They then went out and did their experiment. And this is where they conjured up a liar. They went out. This is not long after Fish Sticks came along. And again, I had contact with Crabtree, and then, we had conversations, and nice kid, for all art. But what he says in this, because remember I just showed you earlier that he changed, there's 2 of these. One of them, it only went to this way, and now this one happens to go a little bit wider.
Okay, so watch this right here, guys. This is what's funny, because he brings out CP saying that there wasn't a car there, right?
And that's because he finally admits to a car. Okay, Kitty, thank you so much for the continued support and membership. God bless you, Kitty. Peggy, thank you so much for the 8-month support. God bless you. Melissa French, also renewing her membership. Thank you so much, Melissa. God bless you. Geneva, gifting a Mob Crew membership. Geneva, huge support of the channel. Thank you so much, Geneva. And we've got Roxy. You're doing a great job. Keep sharing. Keep shining, Chris. Much love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, DJ, for supporting my channel, honey. Muds, you can drop DJ's link in the chat if you want to. He has a new channel, guys. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I always want to give, new creators, because I needed my start. So if you want to drop his link, or DJ, if you want to drop it, that's fine too, honey. But Chris pulls up CP saying there wasn't a car at 3 a.m. here in just a minute. So I want y'all to hear that.
And as always, I would not be able to do this without your guys' support. Scranton, I love it. The Scranton Strangler. Oh man, I'm having a hard time talking today. I do apologize. Snarky Chris. Let's go. $2 super chat. Thank you, Strangler. Always love the name. So now, here's the big one. Because remember, Crispy and all of them have always said there's no vehicle. And what happens in his post? Oh, the headlights you see turn on, leaving to go to work, verified once again, mob lying. Oh, wait, what? The headlights? Oh, so you admit they're headlights now. You see turn on, leaving to go to work. Verified. This is so new to me. I had no idea this was verified. I'd love to know when this was verified, who we spoke to. Do we speak to this home? So now we finally got him to admit that there's a car, even though I do wonder, with it being Crabtree and him freaking out, and fish sticks as well. But with Crabtree posting this, I wonder if he, spoke with the others to post this, because again, you're saying this is verified, and I have a lot of close contacts and sources. Never heard this before. So
did you guys get to go and listen to this on Mob Crew? If not, y'all need to go listen to the whole thing, because, yeah, it seems like they're letting little snippets out, whether it's on purpose or, on accident, but they have allegedly never admitted to a 3 a.m. car being there. So this is big, guys. I think this is big in Sebastian's case. Did law enforcement check into the 3 a.m. vehicle? Right? And then other channels on that side are saying, oh, what's so special about a car coming through the subdivision? Well, normally cars don't sit outside parked on a curb at 3 a.m. for one. Even in a subdivision, if a car parks in front of my house at 3 a.m., I would think something of it, right? I think anybody would. Thank you, Nanette. So let's finish listening to a little bit of this, and then we're going to go to Summer Wells for a little while, guys.
now you're saying there is a vehicle. Interesting. Now,
He's already admitted to that.
let's hear
Law
Crispy,
enforcement
though.
has confirmed that. The one looks like it's running down or something. That was actually the gentleman taking his trash can to the street. He has already admitted to that. When you look at the screen, there was no vehicle. There was no vehicle.
No vehicle. And even the interview from the guy that went out there, no hard feelings towards that guy. I can't even think of his name, that went out and interviewed Crispy, and I don't know, I think a lot of things got twisted around. But he said that when asked about the vehicle, member Crispy responded he was 300% sure, which I thought was a little, to me, secret code, basically saying, this is 3 a.m. because, Bobby said this is around 3 a.m. and the fact that he used 300%, there was no vehicle. So I do wonder what's going on with, because remember, I'm assuming there's a fairly close relationship. The fact that I don't know how much Crabtree spends time living at the home of the Stink Feet, but I think this is going to cause some controversy, because if that's a vehicle, then you guys have now again have locked yourself into a spot.
Lights, and the time on the videos are actually.
If you look at the vehicle, so he says it comes from this house. You see where it's pointing, right? You see where he's got his diagram and his arrow. He says this home headlights turned on, and this is verified. So the surveillance camera is across the street here. And this is their driveway that he's saying that there's headlights. Now in his diagram, this is where I'm super confused. I don't know if he just put a car, because that's you just found a image of car that's facing from the front. So I don't know, is he saying that the car is facing towards the surveillance video, which would be an issue, because I'm not saying you couldn't get a car going that way, but I don't know why.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Catherine. Yes, Brown Eyes, please take care of yourself, hon. Go lay down and rest. Thank you guys for being here. We were just going over Mob's video because evidently Fishy Sticks and Krabby Cakes is now saying there was a car there, but they're saying it wasn't on the road, allegedly. It was this home right here that they started up their car, turned the lights on to go to work, which Mob literally shows them, the measurements don't work on that. So, it don't work. Anyways, we're going to move on. I want y'all to go watch Mob Crew, please. He has very good channel. He has very good content. And when I can, I'm always in there to listen. Let's see here. Okay, if y'all remember Summer Wells case, there's a lot of people saying, online, that the oldest son will be turning 18 soon and that he'll be speaking to media because evidently he's already went to law enforcement, spoke with them about everything that he went through, allegedly, okay? So he will allegedly, hang on, guys. Okay, guys. Hey, Witchy Mama. Thanks for being here, dear. So Summer, her oldest brother will be turning 18 soon, is what I'm hearing, okay? And he wants to go to media to, I guess, get information out there or what treatment that he went through. But I wanted to go back on this video from Dr. Phil. You guys probably have seen it 100 times. There is nothing really new besides the search that was done down the street, and I have my opinions on that. There's some saying, that the people live there are good people, and they could be. I'm not here to say that people are good or bad or what they do, okay? I just have opinions. Most of the time I don't speak out about that. Oh, before we move to Summer, I forgot. We'll do the videos on Summer next time, guys. The Dr. Phil, because I got one other thing. Jen from Astrology for Mystics the other day. Okay. Her and her husband went out for a search for Sebastian. Sorry, guys. Distracted. I'm going to put her name up because all credit goes to her for this. She does a lot for Sebastian also. Hang on just a second. Yeah, in September is when allegedly the oldest will be turning 18. So I'm curious as to what he'll be saying as far as Summer goes. Good grief. Okay. And her and Jeff was going over the waterways there near Sebastian's home. And she's going to have more video out, but I wanted you guys to see this because it actually makes sense. If allegedly, something happened, say, and he was in the waterways. She shows the way that the water flows in this area. And right here, she said, it makes sense to not search where the water's flowing. But if it's stopped up because it's been so long, right? And we don't want to think this way. We do not want to think this way. But, in my opinion, I feel like he's still with us and maybe in a home. But you can never discredit, other things because we don't know, right? No, Grace, she does very good on the searches and stuff. She's a
However,
good
it's not stopped up.
searcher. I wish I could
This
be out
is
there
not
with
the
them.
main focus for us with this search. The other one is the one that stopped up, where the lowest point for the TBI is. Here is the rest of our search. Right next to the fire hall is a long road. This is where it goes. What's really interesting is once you go over this bridge, you keep on going and you go to Tennessee Motor Coach Association, a property that's owned by them.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? This waterway, now think about this, flows down to the motor coach area that the family owns, allegedly. So watch this, guys.
As you can see, there's so much debris. In order to clear all of this debris, more men would have to be searching with us to help Jeff lift it all up. Some of these areas get deep, which of course means waders are a must. So what did you say about the firefighter that came out? What did he say?
Yeah, so he said that they only flew drones over that entire area. He said that there was horseback riders, but there's no way they were horseback riding down to the thick of all that and in the creek. And he said they were only doing drones over that area.
Gotcha. And like Jeff said,
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? Remember how we said we were questioning the search? Did they just drive drones, fly drones over? Did they really search? Right? A person told Jeff they just flew drones over that area. Texas Motor Coach is operated by TB. Allegedly is a business owned. Yeah. So the waterways go down through there. These three things are big, guys. I want you to listen to what Jeff says again. Okay? 3 things are big. They've confirmed that there's a 3 a.m. car, number 1. These waterways flow down to that business. And then number 3, how good did they actually search? Listen to this. Listen to Jeff. And this was a person there.
Over that entire area. He said that there was horseback riders, but there's no way they were horseback riding down to the thick of all that and in the creek. And he said they were only doing drones over that area.
gotcha. And like Jeff said, I mean, there's no way that horseback riders searching for Sebastian would have been able to track in that terrain because it's pretty rough. It was rough for us. But the things that I've learned about this water system is jaw dropping. And the fact that Sebastian's family is connected to Motor Coach Association. Again, jaw dropping. But guys, thank you so much for caring about Sebastian.
So these little things are coming out, guys. Little things are coming out, dripping out slowly, right? But I want to say goodbye to y'all. I appreciate everything you've been doing. Thank you, mods. You are amazing. And we will come back on tomorrow about summer. I will have the host show, for summer. And yeah, the kids are playing. So I will see you soon. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate y'all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Hit that thumbs up, please. Bye.
$500 children in Tennessee. It's a mighty long way from you and me. 500 children, they're gone every month. I ain't never seen numbers like that. What could be going on? My goodness gracious, and we working hard to get you back home. Working hard to get you back home. Working hard to get you back home.